At the farm that I worked, he grew apples, Michigan peaches, Michigan plums, pears, and blueberries. I was originally hired to work at the farm as an office assistant, and then gradually I started working in the agriculture for the farm. Before I started working at the farm, I was told to be careful. And over time, just a few months in, you could tell definitely there was a lot of corruption and hostility him towards us employees, especially towards us migrant workers. There was a lot of unfair wages, and he would always start then over time being very behind and paying us on time. He would say, well, what are you going to do about it? It's my money. You have no standings here. You're just illegal. And then we're all suffering because now we can't buy food for our families. He would withhold us from lunches, wouldn't let us eat. He would always intimidate you, saying, you don't know the laws here. You're illegal. I can call. He was very emotionally a bully. He was very intimidating. He would intimidate us with his words, but more as with his actions. If he sees us sees us out and about, he would intimidate us. He would stop in front of our vehicles, wait for us to come out of the stores just to brandish his gun, to threaten us, call us names, saying that not only would we pay, but he would also intimidate our family, and not just like our husbands or wives, but our children as well. Some of my co-complaintives, they lived in his housing that he offered. He would say, well, you don't want your son to be out on the streets in the cold, do you? Where are you going to go? You have no place to go. I remember one instance of his threats. I had my son, and I was released from the hospital a week later after complications. I was at home for just a day, and he came knocking at my door. And he said that if I don't come to work the next day, that he would make trouble for me and my husband. And I remember vividly him saying that you don't want nothing to happen to your little sisters-in-laws. My sister-in-law at the time, she was 12. So he put a lot of intimidation. So then I went back to work the next day. Finally, me and my other friends who are co-plaintiffs, we decided that this was enough. Because of my English and Spanish language, they all asked me to be basically the spokesperson for our group. One of my good friends, she actually said, comadre, you have rights as an immigrant. And she pointed us to Migrant Legal Aid. It was just a reassurance at first that you're not here alone, and it was more of a reassurance that you're not the only one that this has happened to. So it made me feel that I'm not stupid, that why did you let this happen? This happens quite frequently. So it put some reassurance and some ease in my head and in my heart too. And then it made it so that were to educate us that you have rights, whether you're here undocumented or documented. So everything changed when we were able to talk to Migrant Legal Aid. Ben, who has been by our sides every step of the way, he has made it so easy and so comforting. And when you hear the word federal court, you get nervous. It's very scary going into a federal building, especially being undocumented. Our attorney did not give up on us. He actually made sure that he was going to pursue him no matter the time frame that it was going to take. After months of going to the federal court cases with Ben O'Hearn, the judge finally saw in favor of the plaintiffs that we would win the judgment. It means so much to myself, and I've talked to my co-plaintiffs. It means so much to us that someone is here with us. We come here to this country to work, to live right, to raise our children in the proper way here in the country, and to be able to have a voice 6 years down the road, and then Migrant Legal Aid and Ben O'Hearn not giving up, just being like, we're here with this. Having a support team there for you. It's like having an extended family. I just want it to be made clear that migrants, whether we are here legally or illegally, we have a voice. I think Migrant Legal Aid understands this in more than one way. Not just our voice, but they understand our culture and our hurt and what we are here for.